Hi and welcome to the latest edition of Masterclass with Meat, where today we're going to go upstairs where Dan's going to show us how to cook a wonderful winter casserole using these little beauties, Daubes of beef. Today we're going to be cooking a new product that we've got here at Turnbull's. We've got these lovely Daubes of beef. Now that the colder weather's coming, it's ideal for the slow cooker or the crock pot. We've got some lovely Daubes of beef. They're about 8-ounce portions, and we're going to cook a nice casserole today. So I'm just going to pop this pan on and we're going to brown these off, and I'll run you through the ingredients. So we're going to do this for 4 people, so we're going to take 4 8-ounce portions of the beef. We've got 2 sticks of celery, a small red onion, half a leek, and a carrot, all peeled and diced. We've got a couple of cloves of garlic in there, finely chopped as well. 120 grams of butter, unsalted butter, bottle of red wine, good red wine, and we've got about 300 mils, 400 mils of a good quality stock as well. So while that pan's warming up, we're just going to toss these Daubes of beef in some seasoned white flour, and we're just going to crisp these up before we add them to the crock pot. So just toss those in the flour there. That pan's getting nice and warm now, so we're going to add about a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to add half the butter, so about 60 grams of butter, and we'll let that soften a little bit. And the oil just stops the butter from burning. And just let that melt down a little bit. We're just going to brown these lovely pieces of beef off here. So these have had a couple of minutes on each side, and they're just about ready to come off the heat now. So we're just going to take these off the heat and we'll set them to one side for now. You want to have a nice bit of colour on those there, that's where all the flavour is. So we're just going to let those rest for a couple of minutes, and in the meantime we're just going to soften off all the veg here, and it's exactly the same process. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil, add the rest of the butter in there. We're just going to add all the veg. And the garlic. We're just going to soften this down for about the same length of time as we did with the beef. So you can see we're just softening down the veg there. Just going to add a couple of tablespoons of tomato puree into here. Stir that in. That will just give you a little bit more of a velvety kind of sauce. So the veg has had about 5 minutes on the hob there. You can see it's taken on a lovely colour. So it's time to add the beef. So this beef's just been resting in its own juices. I'm going to add that in there. I like to add the juice that it's been resting in. See, that's got a lovely colour about it. And we're going to add a bottle of red wine. And add our stock in there. We're just going to bring this up to the boil
give it a good stir about. So the pan's just coming up to a nice simmer now, so we're going to pop the lid on and we're just going to let that simmer away for about 10 minutes before we put it into the oven. This is the gourmet version of cooking the beef daubes, but if you want the hassle-free version, just prepare everything as we have today, and we do these lovely ready-made mixes in the shop. You can just add everything to the slow cooker, add in your mix with some water, follow the instructions on the back, and that makes a lovely casserole as well. So it's been simmering away for about 10 minutes now, and it's just about ready to go in the oven. So we've got our oven preheated to 130 degrees, and we're just going to pop it in there for about 3 to 3.5 hours. The lower and the slower the better. So we'll pop that in the oven. And we just forget about that for the next 3 to 3.5 hours. If you'd like to, when it comes out the oven, thicken your sauce, a couple of tablespoons of corn flour dissolved in a little bit of water, or some gravy thickener. It's nice and easy, and it makes a lovely thick sauce. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you pop into the shop and pick up your Daubes of beef for a lovely winter treat.
And here we have Dan's finished dish just out of the oven. Daubes of beef in a rich gravy, and you can see how just beautifully this is cooked. A wonderful casserole, and ideal served with fine beans, cauliflower, mashed potato and roast potato.